Hello again everyone, Age of Dune here, and we are back casting another League of Legends game. You can see here it has WildTurtl and TSM TheOddOne, both obviously are both members of TSM. This is actually one of WildTurtl's many Smurfs. He actually has multiple in Challenger. So this is one of them, and he and TheOddOne are actually duoed in this game. I just got done watching a game with them against I believe it was a CLG duo, and they lost that one, and hopefully they will be able to not lose this one. We'll see though. Either way, it promises to be pretty interesting. I really enjoy watching these two play, and TheOddOne is actually Rammus, interestingly. So here we go. I did finally figure out exactly how to use the casted.in thing, so you don't have to worry about me having problems getting the videos anymore. The problem I was having is that I was taking the copy-paste that you're supposed to, put and run in order to view a replay, and I was actually planting it in the command line. The problem with that is it's supposed to be in the run menu, not the command line. Command line ends up with a bug spot. If you put it in the run menu, then you can actually just get right into the game. So if any of you are having problems with casted.in and you're not actually able to view games because you're getting a bug spot every time, make sure that you're not putting it into a command line, but instead putting it into that run menu, because otherwise that will be your problem. So it looks like there's actually an invade here from the purple team. I don't know if they're just coming to stop the double golems from the blue bot lane, or if they're actually going to go ahead and steal this red buff. It kind of looks like they are going to go ahead and stop these two. So these guys are on the run. If you notice, the support player, oh no, the Twitch got pulled, but he did flash out of that with no problem. They are going to go ahead and steal the double golems, and they are probably going to then move straight on up to red buff. Yes, they are indeed going to red buff. But yes, as I was saying, the Sona was not originally... She was not really wanting to go against a Blitz. The Blitz was actually last pick, so for a lot of people, if you don't know, you don't pick Sona into Blitzcrank. Sona is apparently the squishiest character in the game, health-wise. She has the least health. So you don't want to be taking her against a Blitzcrank, because Blitzcrank pulls you into battle, and you really don't have a way around it. So if he pulls you, a lot of times the Sona will be dead. So you don't want to pick Sona against it. But unfortunately for them, he picked Sona first, and then the Blitzcrank picked, which means the Sona has no choice and is going to be forced to lane against a Blitz, which is nasty. WildTurtl is Twitch though, which is cool. Kind of enjoy that. Oh, there is the pull from Blitzcrank. Gonna go ahead and pull WildTurtl. WildTurtl is now exhausted, taking a decent amount of damage there, and he actually did quite a bit of damage to Misfortune, but in comes the Sejuani. Gonna go ahead and come on in on this. She is slowing them. WildTurtl's trying to do his damage as possible. He is gonna go down though, and it does not take down either of the bot lane members on the purple team. Looks like TheOddOne was thinking about coming down to help, but he knows it's not gonna happen. So there we go. Lots of pings here. Looks like Rammus is going to come over. Oh, he's actually going to try to intercept this Sejuani. Hi, Sejuani. Oh, and in he goes. The Jayce is coming to help as well. And the Sejuani is in a lot of trouble. She does jump over that wall. Jayce flashes, and actually Rumble gets the kill, interestingly enough. I believe he had Ignite. No, I'm not sure how he got the kill on that. I have no idea. Oh, red buff, right. Okay, so he actually got the kill with red buff. Wasn't thinking about that. What kind of a dot does that? But yeah, it was the red buff. Alright, so during this next little, actually, I was about to say during slow period, but TheOddOne is coming in for a tower gank. So he is going to go ahead, go in on her, and there we go. She just melted to Twitch. That was not bad at all, and nobody died at all for the blue team, but down went the Misfortune, and the kill went to the Twitch, which is terrible for the purple team. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and take a look at the team members here. We've got Nasus, played by 0326T. Very interesting name. I don't know if there's some sort of significance to that or what, but he is 0326T. There's a gank here, by the way, but it not have anything. G1 is playing Jayce versus the Nasus, so I'll go ahead and drag the people into position as I can. Looks like there might be a gank here, so I'll take a look at that, and then we'll go back to the characters. She is indeed coming in. The Jayce had to get out of that, though, so that's not actually going to end up doing it. But Nasus got the kill anyway using Ignite. There's a kill from Misfortune, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that as well. Hello? Nope. Slightly further back. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Twitch is here. Misfortune's coming into the lane. Blitz is here. Just going to go ahead and just CS as he can, but he is getting into position here, and he does go ahead grab the Twitch. Twitch is doing everything he can on Misfortune. There is his expunge, and she does have the poison, and we saw that actually did end up taking her down. So that ended up being a 1-for-1, which is not bad considering it was a 2 versus 1. So Twitch actually came out of that pretty well, and honestly it's not surprising, as it is WildTurtl. I mean, come on guys, it's TSM WildTurtl. Professional player, man. Professional player. Kind of cool seeing him. He's fairly new to the TSM team. He joined them, I believe it was last month sometime. Previously, it was Chaos, I think. Yes, TSM Chaos. But he did end up leaving the team, and WildTurtl took his place. So there we go. That's him. So, we'll take a look at the mid lane here. We've got Bodydrop playing Nidalee versus Jayce, played by Epic Deer. Oop. Rammus doing a minor invade there. He does catch the Sejuani in the ward he just placed. Oddly, there's a ping there on him, and Sejuani is just getting out of this. She does not want to have what happened over there to happen again, have that Jayce go in on her. So who's going to get the big raid? That is the question. Does he have his smite? He does not. Does she have hers? No, neither member has their smite. So they're just kind of dancing around it right here. Neither one's wanting to do damage because they don't want the other one to get it. But now in comes the Jayce, and the Sejuani is going to go ahead and run. The Nidalee's here as well, but the blue team has more damage here from the looks of it. Nidalee has her Q, or I don't know if it's her Q, but it is her spear. But honestly, they've got a lot more sustain for the blue team, but in comes the Misfortune, and down goes the odd one. It does end up going to Nidalee. He did not have any buffs at least, so there are no buffs going to Nidalee, but she did get the kill out of that. They massively overstayed their welcome, and they paid the price for it. So, okay, down at the bot lane, we've got Twitch, played by WildTurtl, as I've said before, versus Misfortune, played by BAMBIoftheFOREST. His mom died. That was sad. Spoilers, sorry. You know, because spoilers for a many years old movie. Very bad. Anyway, the supports here are Sona, played by Reap Shiroi Shi. Oh, there was a nice pull there from Blitzcrank, getting a decent amount of damage in on the Sona, but the Blitz, or the Twitch is actually going in on the Blitz. Twitch is exhausted, and now the Misfortune's exhausted, so far they've actually came out of that pretty well even. Yeah, that was pretty much even. And finally we've got the Blitz, played by Circe. Probably Serious. It's the abbreviation anymore on the internet. Serious, SRS. So yeah. He is serious. He is a serious Blitzcrank. Finally, we've got the junglers. We've got the odd one playing Rammus, as I've said before, and against him is Xaab playing Sejuani. The previous game that I watched, WildTurtl was actually Sejuani in that game, because in the game just before that, he got utterly destroyed by a Sejuani. Although, to be fair, it wasn't really him that got destroyed, it was more his team. Oh, nice! That was a double kill there for the Twitch while I was talking about WildTurtl. Nope, while I was talking about the odd one. WildTurtl does need to run, though, because there are a couple of members of the purple team coming in here. And no, he actually gets hit by the Nidalee spear, and he had nothing he could do. And now the Sona is going to go down as well to that Sejuani. I'm sure that Mr. Odd One here is kind of yelling at WildTurtl just a little bit. Which is always fun to listen to, because you can't hear, at least you could hear Odd One on the stream. You could sometimes hear WildTurtl if he gets loud enough. So that's always fun to hear them bickering. It's all in good fun, obviously. I mean, it's not true bickering. Ooh, very nice little stun there on the Nasus. Is Nasus going to get there? He does. Does he go down? He does go down as well. So that ended up being a 1-for-1. One less tower shot, and the Nasus would have survived, but he did end up going down. That was a very nice little stun there by the Jax onto the tower. And without that, he would not have gotten that kill. He would have gotten down a whole lot sooner. So, okay. But yeah, in the previous 2 games ago, it was TheOddOne on Zac versus a Sejuani. And it did not go well for TheOddOne. His team was just not really able to do anything. They kept dying a lot, so he got very sad. And he went Sejuani the next time. I don't know if that was why he went Sejuani, but he did indeed go Sejuani. There. Oh, okay, so that's how he went down. He got pulled by the Blitzcrank right under the tower. The kill did go to the Blitzcrank, which is not so good for the purple team, especially considering the kill for the blue team ended up going to Twitch. So, if we take a look, Twitch is currently 5-3-0 with 57, wow, 57 CS to 22 CS. Misfortune has been shut down completely. I wish our games had gone like that. Misfortune, when I was playing with Twitch Tarek, our little group there, Misfortune was one of the few that was able to often give us trouble. Twitch, Mr. Blitzcrank there's in a little trouble. He does pull. There is the Sejuani ulti, and the Nidalee comes in with her spear, and now down goes WildTurtl and Sona at the same time. Double kill to Nidalee. That ended up going really poorly. There are no wards here, so the blue team really had no idea that was coming. Actually, there's no wards whatsoever for the blue team. Not sure what's going on there with that support, but she really needs to put out some more wards. Good attempt there, Sejuani. Now in comes the Jayce. It's still a 3 versus 2. Nope. That was a good try there, Blitz. But Blitz is low, Sejuani's fairly low, and Jayce actually has a decent amount of harass, so he can actually do quite a bit to them. Sejuani's really low, the Blitz is really low. Now the odd one's going in. He does get pulled by that Blitz, and he does go down to Misfortune. Nice pull from the Blitz there. Up top, we've got Jax and Nasus just doing a little bit of trading there. There's the Q from Nasus. Take a look at how much that is right now. He already has 153 extra physical damage, which is not bad at all. The Twitch is now coming in to try to do a gank on the Nidalee, but he did see her back off because she saw him with her ward. Now the Sona puts a ward here. Honestly, I don't really blame her. It is sometimes hard to get your wards just right with the timing. I've had multiple instances where my ward wore off, and then right after that is when they go ahead and do their little attack. Often, it's actually planned that way. Once you get to a certain level, you can keep track of when they place their wards, and they do that. So they know exactly when the wards are going to go down, and as soon as they go down, they go ahead and come in for their attack. Sejuani is wanting to go in on the Sona, and now the Twitch is actually slightly out of position, so he's trying to get back. He does go ahead, toss his cask at the Nidalee, and now he's going in on the Sejuani there. He's lining it up so that the Nidalee gets hit by his ulti as well. Now in comes the Jax, but the Jayce is here as well. Punch the Jack back, so the Jax does not end up getting the kill on WildTurtl. In comes the Blitzcrank though, but here comes the odd one as well. There is the ult, or not the ult, but the taunt on the Blitzcrank. So the Blitzcrank goes down, but Misfortune's going to go ahead and take that tower in the meantime. There's no chance of them saving that, but ended up being 2 kills for a tower. So that definitely came out, I believe, in the favor of... a tower and a tower. A tower for the blue team, a tower for the purple team, and 2 kills for the blue team. So that is definitely in the blue team's favor. They definitely came out ahead in that one. Not too bad at all for them. I'm not sure, but I think I just saw a piece of the tower fly into the screen, which is kind of cool. I've never really noticed that. In comes the odd one for a gank with the Sona, interestingly. So there he goes. He does go ahead, taunt, and in comes the Twitch, and down goes the Sona, or not the Sona. Down goes the Misfortune to that Twitch's Expunge. Expunge does a lot of damage, by the way. I've always found that to be incredibly powerful because it just rips right through people. There's Blitzcrank waiting around. He was hoping to get a pull off, but they did indeed decide to go ahead and continue pushing the lane instead. I think he was hoping for Rammus, actually, but Rammus decided to circle around that way instead. So there was no success there for the Blitz. And down goes another tower for the blue team. In the meantime, Nasus actually has Jax pushed up to this tower now. And there he go. He is indeed going in. He does have the ignite on the Jax. Jax does go down to the ignite. I think he was hoping that he was going to escape, but he did not end up escaping. Sona's going to die here. She's distracting the Nidalee and the Blitzcrank, though, so Twitch can get out. Nidalee's still going in on the Sona. Twitch is trying his best to get out of here. He does go ahead and use his stealth, and now he's going to go in on them because in comes the Odd One. But the Nidalee is still here. There's the Odd One's ulti. It is going to take down the... Oh, it's not going to take down the Sejuani. He got really close to taking down the Sejuani, but she does end up living so far. But if she comes in a little bit closer, she actually could go down. The Nidalee's going in on the WildTurtl there, but she does not end up getting him either. Now the Jayce is coming down. If he fires one shot into that, oh, he does, and down goes the Sejuani. Wow, very nice on his part, and that's exactly what you need to do. He knew that she was going to be there, so he went ahead and did that, but now he's actually got to watch out because that Nidalee could actually... Oh, nope, he goes ahead and just takes her down. And now he's going in on the Blitz as well. Blitz has got to watch out. I think if he got one more Q shot off on him, the Blitz would die. So the Blitz definitely went ahead and fell back as quickly as possible. Did not want to go down again. Now there's a ping here from the blue team saying, hey, we need help on this turret just in case Misfortune's pushing. But Misfortune decided not to push, which I can't say I blame her considering most of the blue team is MIA. There's a ping from the blue team on Dragon, which just respawned. Looks like Sona's heading over there. Does she have any wards? She does have a pink ward, which is exactly what she needs. So she's going to go ahead and pink ward this up. In comes the Sejuani, and immediately gets scared off because there's both a Sona and a Rammus there. And there's a nice double ward. Actually, yeah, no, that's not really convenient. I was about to say it could be convenient, but honestly, if you put it like there, it could do about the same amount. She does go ahead and pink ward here. Sona's trying to take it down. She does end up taking down the pink ward from Sejuani. Now Sejuani is mad, just goes in on her. WildTurtl did just get pulled by that Blitzcrank though. The Nidalee spear caught him as well, so he just melted to that damage from there. Sona is getting hit pretty hard. She does use her ulti there to escape. She's escaping so far. In comes the Odd One. Did land his taunt on that Sejuani. She's trying to get out of this, but she's not so far. But the Misfortune coming back was able to scare her off, or him off. The Sona's still trying to run here. I think she might actually make this. She does go ahead and heal herself, but oh, the spear does end up taking her down, but now the Nidalee's in trouble. She does get taunted by the Rammus, and down goes the Nidalee. Killing spree to the Jayce. Not Jax. Jax is dead? When did Jax die? What? Okay. That's where he died. Okay. So there's Jax. Good thing I checked because he was just about to respawn, then I would never have known that he died. But he did indeed die. So the Nasus is coming around from behind. I have a feeling he goes ahead and uses his little exhaust spell. Wither, yep, he does. And he's just going in on the Jax. He does get stunned, but the Jax is massively slowed. And that Nasus Q is nasty. It is just ripping him to shreds. Down goes the Jax. And this is where all the interesting stuff happened down here. I was so distracted by this, I didn't even notice the Jax death. I was so close on that Sejuani too. Odd's been having a lot of those. It's kind of annoying for him, because he's been having a lot of times where he would get Sejuani really low, and then she ends up escaping with just a little bit of life. But he did end up getting the Nidalee with Jayce, so that's good. And it did push both the Sejuani and the Misfortune back. I'm not sure if they went to Dragon. There is the Jayce Q just to check it, but it looks like they are going to go ahead and possibly go in on it. I don't know. We'll have to see. The Blitzcrank did ward this bush, which is, or not bush, but he warded right here, which is great because if they do decide to put a pink ward here, it might not be caught by that. In fact, I'm pretty sure it won't. They have to plant it right around. If they plant it here, they'll get it. If they plant it over there more, they'll be okay. But when they put the ward here, you've got to be fairly careful because it's kind of hard to position it just right so that you actually pick up the ward. But they don't even try. They do go ahead and take down the Dragon with no repercussions whatsoever. And now Misfortune's in little trouble. Twitch is coming in on her, as is the Jayce. There is the slow from that Twitch. She does flash out, but she's still slowed. The Twitch ulti is just ripping through it, and she does go down to the WildTurtl. Meantime, Nasus is up here trying to get away from that. He does end up going down, but he takes down the Jax. I want to take a look and see that entire little fight there. The Jax went ahead and got the red buff there, and did end up taking down that. And he's coming in. I know it was Sejuani and Jayce. Sejuani's coming in from this way. Nasus goes in on the Jayce, and he is stunned. Now in comes the Sejuani, and Nasus knows that he's not going to escape out of this alive, so he's just trying to take down the Jayce as much as possible. He does go ahead and ghost out, and it didn't matter. He died because of the Jayce flash. Yeah, it was flash. Okay, he died, but he did take down the Jayce as well, and now they're just kind of locked together in an embrace for the rest of eternity, or until they respawn, whichever comes sooner. Probably gonna be the respawn. Oh, this is sneaky. The Sona's actually acting as bait there. The WildTurtl was stealthed, so had the Blitzcrank gone ahead and gone in on this, he would have had a Twitch just hammering at him immediately. He did end up waiting though. He kind of suspected it, which honestly I don't blame him. When a Sona's acting really brave like that, you know something's fishy. There we go. Sejuani's coming in on the Jayce. She does go ahead and land a slow on him. Oh, nice dodge there. He just dodged the heck out of that Nidalee spear, and he's going to get out of this with his life. That's one of the reasons I'm not really fond of Nidalee's AP Nid, because honestly, without her spears, she just really doesn't do that much damage. And while I'm not that great at dodging Nidalee spears, it's fairly simple to dodge them. I mean, I do get hit by them a lot, but really it's fairly simple to dodge them. I just don't do it right. So if your spear does end up getting dodged, you just completely lost out on pretty much all of your damage until it comes off a cooldown. It's better now that her cougar form does more damage, thanks to AP. But it's still, I don't know, she just seems very, very underwhelming to me. I've never been impressed with her. Anytime I'm in a game with an AP Nid, I find that it just doesn't go well. I mean, it could just be the Nidalees I've been against. I don't know. I'm not sure if Jayce saw that or not. In comes the Sejuani coming up from behind. I don't think they know that there's 3 members of the blue team here. They do now, though. So there we go. That ward does immediately go down. The Nasus does use his Q to take it down. Jayce is trying to get a little harass in here. Does not end up getting it. And the purple team is just trying to stick together. Oh, nice interrupt of that back there. Not at all. Now the blue... Oh, that spear did end up taking that golem. The Sona just got pulled. She did land her ult before she died. Nasus is now trying to take down as much as possible. Twitch is actually in a little bit of trouble. He's got multiple people going in on him. I think he might end up dying. No! Well, he is going to die. But they do end up taking down the Misfortune before he dies. The only one left now is Sejuani and Nidalee. Nidalee is now the only one left. Sejuani went down. Nidalee's trying to escape. She is so far escaping. But she is... The Jayce has a red buff. So she does go over that wall. The little ball of doom almost got her there. WildTurtl. The odd one is coming around. I don't think he's going to be able to get it. Oh, the hit there from the Jayce, and she is going to go down to the Jayce. The Nasus also got an assist. Poor odd one did not. Poor odd one. But it's okay. 23-16 at the moment. 36k gold versus 29k gold for the purple team. Blue team's definitely a little bit ahead. If we take a quick look at the items here, it definitely shows it. You can see a lot of items for the blue team, whereas the purple team's kind of far behind. Nidalee's doing pretty well on items. She's got the tier. Oh, I want to go see that. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, she's got a lot of items herself, but she's about the only one on her team that actually does have a lot of items. So, I don't know. It's not really looking good for the purple team. Not looking good at all. I'm going to follow this Nasus. I want to see exactly how he ended up killing that Misfortune. Oh, he got pulled by the Blitzcrank, and he just says, okay, fine, I'll just go in on Misfortune. And he dives and just takes her down under the tower. Oh, man. He just tanked the tower that entire time, took her down, and there was really nothing she could do about it. Jayce is in trouble, though. He's going to go down. He does end up going down. Shutdown gold goes to Jayce, and double buff as well. He does get double buff out of that, which is great for him. Not so good for the blue team. Down bottom, Sona and Twitch are pushing quite hard. They're probably going to go ahead and do at least some damage to this tower. I don't think they'll be able to take it. Usually the purple team does go ahead and respond fairly quickly. Sona's probably going to ward here. Nope. The Blitz was coming out, and had he come just a little bit further, he would have seen, or he wouldn't have seen Twitch, and that would have been painful, but he came at just the wrong time, so Twitch did come out of stealth just as he was coming around that corner, so he did end up catching the sight of Twitch and turning around immediately. Did not want to die to that. Twitch is stealthed again, though. Wanting to do something, Blitz tried to land a pull, which means it is on cooldown. In goes the Twitch, taking down that Misfortune. He does end up taking her down with the expunge. Blitz goes in and pops him up under the tower. Jax is coming in with Blitzcrank, but in comes the Odd One as well, and he goes in. There's the Sejuani ulti. The Odd One has the taunt on Sejuani. There is the Sona ulti. WildTurtle's trying his best to get out of this. He is going to escape with no problem. The only one not escaping is Sona. Odd One is fine. He is super fast. And Twitch is fine because he's going B. He's super sneaky. You got the super fast and the super sneaky. In the meantime, Nasus is just pushing up top because he is completely uncontested. Not for long because these guys are going back. They'll probably be there before he gets that to the tower. And even, yeah, Jax is on his way over now. Nasus might get a couple hits on the tower, but he's not going to be able to take it. Yeah, here he goes. Wow. I think that Q actually does work on towers too, and that's why he was able to do so much damage to that, because he did. He just ripped that tower down. In comes the Blitzcrank. There is the Nasus ulti. Nasus is trying to take down that Jax, and I think he's going to be able to do it. He does, but in comes the Misfortune, and does he take down the... No. I thought he might actually been able to take down the Blitzcrank before he died, but he did not. Now the double buff passes to Misfortune. Nasus got it off of Jax, and then Nasus gave it to Misfortune. Ping, ping, lots of pings. Ooh, Twitch is taking the red buff. Sejuani is here now, and there we go. She does go ahead and slow him, and there's really not much she can do about it. She is going in on him, though. And in comes the Nidalee as well. Does Twitch have flash? He does not have flash. He has to get out of this. He does have stealth, though. So I think he's going to get out of this with with very little problem. Oh, look at that. He's just hiding there. He's not even going to try to run. Oh, he's going in now. The Odd One is there to help him. The Nidalee is just melting there. She does go down. The Odd One and everybody on the blue team is now going in on this Misfortune. I think the Misfortune might die there. There is the... Oh, she doesn't die yet. She might... Oh, there we go. The Jayce gets her. Now the Blitzcrank's in trouble there. He did get taunted by the Odd One. He's going to go down to the WildTurtl. Jax is going in, and... I'm not sure what he was trying to do. He didn't end up doing it, though. And... Oh, the pink ward picked up WildTurtl. Oh, it did pick up WildTurtl, but as soon as WildTurtl went into the bush, the pink ward was no use. Jax is trying his best to escape. He is going to go ahead and go in on the WildTurtl, and he does end up taking him down. But he goes down as well to the Sona. And now the double buff. Oh, she actually got red buff. She did not get double buff, but she did get red buff, which is kind of amusing. Sona with the red. Huh. But the double buff is still on Jayce. Nasus is going in on this tower. He did a lot of damage yet again to it. There's a little bit of attempted harass there on the Sejuani. She did get withered there. She had to ulti, and I think Nasus is... No, that's not Nasus. That was Jayce. Jayce got really low, and he did end up dying. There was the Misfortune ulti trying to take down the entire team, but the Rammus is able to take down the Nidalee. Now there is the Sona ulti, which does end up landing on that Sejuani. Sejuani goes down to Nasus, as does Misfortune, and now they're going in and trying to take down this Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is going to go down. Bye. Only one left is Jax. And he just respawned, so that's why he's alive. And now Nasus is going to go ahead and, with the rest of his team, go in on this tower. Don't think there's much that Jax can do with it alone. He's going in on the Rumble. Not Rumble. Rammus. I don't know why I thought Rumble. Wow, he actually got a kill on Sona as well. He's now going in on the Nasus. I think Nasus is going to come out of this ahead, though. Yeah, big time. And he is now on a rampage, and he still has double buff, and he just got a refresh of the double buff as well. I guess between Sona and the Odd One, they actually had both buffs, so both of them went to Jax, which then went over to Nasus. And now Nidalee just got melted by Twitch there. She had no idea he was there. He's trying to escape now. He is going to go down, though. Misfortune and Sejuani were both close by, but he did end up taking down the Nidalee first. So that wasn't too bad. He did get... It was 1 for 1. It would have been better if it didn't end up like that, because he did end up giving a couple assists to the enemy team. But Even still, it was not bad at all. The Nasus is now trying to take down the Sejuani. Nobody's coming to help her, so she is going to go down to this. She does use her Q to get away, but in comes the Rammus coming in on her. I think Nasus has his Wither. Oh, she uses her ulti, and she's fine. Jax thought about coming in, but he decided against it for some reason. Alright, so they're going to go ahead and take down this inhib. Jax is defending top. He knows he can't defend down here, so he's going to go ahead and push that back. And the blue team is done pushing mid, obviously. I mean, there's not really much else they could push there. There's a ping from the blue team on that top turret. We'll see if they end up going for it. A little bit of Jax harass there. Nasus is going to go back. He's nasty, by the way. He really is. Alright. So the purple team is now chasing after the blue team a little bit. There is the Jax harass, though. Not Jax. Jayce. Jayce harass. Stop it. So many J names, and it's just terrible, man. It's terrible. Alright, so Rammus is now going in. Does go ahead, land his taunt on that Sejuani. She goes ahead, uses her Q to get back in. Twitch just flashed out of that. He has a perfect line there for multiple of them. He does end up getting his poison on many. The Misfortune goes down. Nidalee goes down. The Nasus is able to take down the Blitzcrank. Sejuani and Jax are yet again the only ones up. Oh, there is the surrender. So that's the end of this game. Boom. Alright, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the items, and then we will be done. The Jax has 148 CS versus 202 for Nasus. He's 891 versus 1338. He has a Blade of the Rune King, Phage, Mercury's Treads, Sheen, and Double Dorans versus Iceborne Gauntlet, Last Whisper, Spirit Visage, Spirit of the Ancient Golem, Ninja Tabby, and Vampiric Scepter. Nidalee is at 151 CS versus 202 for Jayce. Pretty big difference for both of those, actually. She's 778 versus 7212. Huge difference there. Well, death-wise. Kill-wise, they're the same. Assist-wise, they're pretty close. But deaths-wise, she's pretty far behind. She has a Rabadon's Death Cap, Seraph's Embrace, Sorcerer's Shoes, Cage's Lucky Pick, and a Doran's Ring versus Black Cleaver, Last Whisper, Muramana, Ionian Boots of Lucidity, no enchant, Vampiric Scepter, and a Doran's Blade. The Misfortune is 135 CS versus 168 for Twitch. She is 3-12-10 versus 16-8-5. Wow, WildTurtl, you really hurt her. Alright, she has a Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, Doran's Blade, and Boots of Speed. Versus Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer, Bilgewater Cutlass, Berserker's Grease with the Home Guard Enchant, Pickaxe, and Endurance. He is way ahead there. Not really surprising with that kill-death ratio. The Blitzcrank is at 15 CS versus 13 versus Sona. He is 267 versus 1722. That's always the number you like to have, 22. Ruby Sightstone, Kindle Gem, and Boots of Speed versus Mikhail's Crucible, Ruby Sightstone, Emblem of Valor, Ruby Crystal, Boots of Speed, and a Vision Ward. So she is way ahead there, which is not altogether surprising. Sejuani has 118 CS versus 101 for Rammus. She's 457 versus 2415, almost double the assists, actually over double the assists there. She's got Aegis of the Legion, Spirit of the Ancient Golem, Giant's Belt, Ninja Tabby, and Chain Vest versus Spirit of the Ancient Golem, Luck of the Iron Solari, Boots of Mobility with the Home Guard Enchant. That's a very nice one for Rammus. He could chase down anything with Boots of Mobility. Giant's Belt, Mudred's Razors, and a Sight Ward. So that is the end of this game. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I shall see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.